The Next Gen Precision Health Building really embodies our commitment to research excellence. Next Gen is focused on basically every facet of human health. This is cardiovascular metabolic disorders, infectious disease, cancer, maternal, infant, and child health, as well as other areas.
Everybody's life is impacted by cancer. Nobody does not have a painful cancer story. By testing new therapies in chemotherapy, targeted therapies, and immunotherapy in dogs and cats, with their shorter lifespan, we can understand their outcomes faster and identify more quickly biomarkers that help us understand how to treat these cancers in people too.
So that's the ultimate, our goal is everyone can be free from dementia. This is a devastating disease. We haven't heard any single Alzheimer's disease survivor at this point, which means that once a person develops Alzheimer's disease, the survival chances are slim. So our approach is not to give them the therapeutic to reverse the course when they develop symptoms. Instead, we want to come in early enough to prevent them getting the disease from the beginning.
Sleep apnea is this condition in which when you go to sleep, your air passages get either tight or collapse altogether. Over time, complications start developing. Some of the complications affect the cardiovascular system, others affect the cognition and the brain. You can have a very bad outcome, which could be prevented if we knew.
So the Next Gen Precision Health Initiative is kind of uniquely focused on bringing together clinician scientists, and basic researchers. And this real team approach is important for healthcare discovery as well as application to solve human health problems.
And that's really how I come here, because I know there's scientists not only in neuroscience, but they also in cardiovascular disease and metabolic syndrome. And all these components actually also contributing into Alzheimer's disease.
I'm excited about all of the imaging equipment. To be able to see things in the central nervous system with the 7 Tesla MRI and then image the function of that anatomy using the PET scanner is an amazing opportunity.
Identifying the brain changes early on is very important to know what's the likelihood and how much the disease has progressed. So we need higher resolution, higher sensitivity of scanner to help us to achieve that goal.
So the Next Gen Precision Health Building has some unique aspects. One of the most important aspects is actually the clinical translational science unit.
Because I can translate my findings from the animal models into clinical trials so quickly through the Next Gen resources, my hope is that this treatment can apply broadly and quickly to the broader population of the patients. The more time you can save, the more life you can save.
I look forward to more radioactive drugs that help us see cancer earlier and more specifically, and help us kill cancer where it lives with less toxicity to the body. If we can make those treatments more endurable, less toxic, more comfortable, we'll have made a huge step forward in patient life quality.
So we have been very involved in developing biomarkers of disease. These unique biomarkers can provide us with a unique fingerprint of their disease. Same disease, but 2 very different presentations need to be treated in very different ways. That by the virtue of that fingerprint, we can resolve the issue of sleep apnea and the consequences without necessarily implementing a treatment that would be the standard treatment. So there's no standard, there's only personal.
I just want to bring people hope. We are here coming up with a solution to help you through this Next Gen Buildings effort. The success will look like to me is someday someone will come to me saying that, Dr. Lin, thank you for your research. So now my family will not worry about getting Alzheimer's at all.
Success looks like change in human lives. When we can impact the lives of Missourians with real health advances in prevention, in nutrition, in exercise, in medicine, we will have brought the promise of this building into reality.